Oba, for the media, Tari Oba Oliver. Welcome you to the national.
We have not dealt with it, putting in mind our diversity. We have over 200 ethnic groups in Nigeria, but we still run a state of origin policy. It doesn't really make any sense. I, for one, I come from across 4 geopolitical zones in this country. So people like us, when we are having family get-togethers, we have people from Kano in my family, people from Katsina, people from Sokoto, people from Gombe, people from Cross River. It's just a big family because when you have 6 daughters in the family and each of them marries across boards, all of these children are cousins. So if we continue running a primitive system of government where people are interested in your origin, you're going to register a child in school. Let's assume you are from Cross River, but you reside in Sokoto. You're not going to go to Cross River to register that child in school. If your wife needs to be put to bed, you're going to access healthcare in Sokoto. And the same thing, security. So I have been advocating that we should jettison the primitive policy of origin and we should work with the state of residence policy instead. All over the world, countries sell their residency for very high amounts of money. Investors go and invest just to get residency. Have you ever heard anywhere where indigenship is sold? It doesn't. It is a primitive model of government, and you can trace our not progressing to that simple policy. So what am I suggesting and what am I bringing to the table? I am saying you cannot develop your country without getting the community involved. So when it comes to security, it has to be community policing, it has to be state policing, and it has to be federal. And why am I saying community? Security has moved our borders. We are joking right now because when the Lake Chad was shutting down, we did not pay attention. My father told me about that from the 1960s. And now the climate change is coming, desertification. Instead of us to take proactive measures towards protecting our desert, planting trees, trying to take down, push back global warming, we are here discussing ethnicity. That's a very primitive way to go. And the next and the major other thing is electricity. Even God that can see in darkness, he decided that let there be light. And Nigeria said there's no light. You know, that I've been advocating that we are in darkness for no reason. If electricity is removed from the exclusive list to the concurrent list, state governors don't even need to bring out a penny. All they need to do is set up policies that will attract investors. When investors come in, all they need to do is provide the electricity. We have the wind, we have solar, we have gas. It depends on the terrain. Choose a model that will work for you. And the government will even collect tax on top of it. So why are we in darkness? And the third is technology. I'm not saying education, I'm not saying anything. Everybody knows that for you to have a thriving economy, your citizens have to be 100% educated. And this is not 2%, it's not 10%, it's 100%. And for every region, there is something that will work. Right now, we all know that the farmers have to go back to farms for us to be able to have food. So we're going to have farm-to-school projects where the children of the farmers will be able to school while assisting their parents in the farm. The same thing goes to the ranch-to-school project. The children of the elders can actually go to school and help their parents with modern technology. Nigeria is not amongst the countries that produce milk. The countries that produce milk don't have this system where a cow has to get into fitness and trek all the way from the north to the south. It's a primitive system. You cannot even find a healthy looking cow right now. They are all slim shadies. So it's not good for even for the elders. It's not good for the citizens. It's not profiting anybody. So why are we in this sort of system? So I will deploy technology. My government will deploy technology because you need to be able to plan something. If you do not have a database of how many children are in primary school now, how many children are in secondary school, you will not be able to predict how many universities you need in the next 5-10 years. So you have a lot of people who are out of school. And we know that capital flight is a major problem. Our doctors are going now, and nurses are going now. What do we do proactively? So you invest in the healthcare sector, invest in having more universities, and once you are training more doctors and there's no strike, what it means is that in 10 years you can have 2 batches of doctors out of school, and that is not going to be any more capital flight because the government can get involved and get taxed from the process. So I am saying that I know I'm quite young. I know that I might not have all it takes in terms of the finance, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I know that with all the kind of leaders and elders and big daddies we have in this party, you guys can make history. You guys can make it work. The first female.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was good.
The national